Hello everyone, myself Devesh Kumar. On the behalf of University Polytechnic, I am here to teach you a subject Applied Mathematics first with the subject code MATD 1002. Our today's topic is Geometric Progression, in short GP, from the very first unit with name of unit is algebra. Before starting the today's topic, we should learn about the topics and results of previous lecture. So, in previous lecture, we learned about the definition of arithmetic progression, representation of arithmetic progression, nth term of arithmetic progression, sum of n terms of arithmetic progression, and arithmetic mean. Here, the nth term of AP is denoted by Tn or simply An, and is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, where A is the first term of AP and D is the common difference and n is the number of terms. Now, moving forward, now today in this lecture we will learn about geometric progression, in short GP, nth term of geometric progression, sum of terms of finite geometric progression, mean of geometric progression or simply geometric mean, and relation between AM and GM. That means relation between arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Before starting these topics, all of you see a short video to understand the concept of geometric progression. Therefore, let's see a video. Now we will discuss the concept of geometric progression in detail and in the mathematical terminology. For this, let us consider the following numbers. First, the numbers are 2, 4, 8, 16. Second, 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 16 and so on. And third, 1, 3, 6, 18, 54 and so on. In each of these set of numbers, how their terms progress. We note that each term except the first term progresses in a definite order. State how do the term in first, second and third progress. It is observed that in each case every term except the first term bear a constant ratio to the term immediate preceding it. That is, the next term is 2 times its previous term. The third term is again 2 times of its previous term and so on. So, this list of numbers represent a geometric progression. In first case, this constant ratio is 2. In second case, the constant ratio is 1 by 2, and in the third case, the constant ratio is 3. Such set of numbers are called geometric progression, in short GP. In mathematically, we can say the terms a1, a2, a3 and so on an are form a geometric progression. If each term is non-zero and the ratio of k plus 1th term and kth term is r. This r is constant and called common ratio for every value of k greater or equal to 1. By letting the first term a1 equal to a and the common ratio is r, we obtain a geometric progression like a into r, a into r square, a into r cube and so on, where a is called the first term and r is called the common ratio of GP. The common ratio in geometric progression discussed in the case first, second and third above are 2, 1 by 2 and 3. Note that a GP is called finite GP if it have finite number of terms, otherwise called infinite GP. Now we will discuss a geometric series with the help of an example. The example is, which of the following are represents GPs? If they form a GP, find the common ratio. The problem 1 is 2, 4, 8 and 16 and so on, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 and so on, 1, 4, 7, 10 and so on. It is clear the problem 1 and 2 form a GP because the common ratio of 1 and 2 is 2 and 1 by 2 respectively. How? If we divide 4 by 2, we get 2. Divide 8 by 4, again get 2. Divide 16 by 8, again 2. So the ratio of each next term with its preceding term is fixed and equal to 2. So the first list of numbers represent a GP. In the same way, the ratio of second and first term is 1, ratio of third and second term is again 1 and so on. So the ratio of this list of numbers is always equal to 1. That's why the second list of numbers represent a GP with common ratio 1. While in the third case, the ratio of second and first term is 4, third and second term is 7 by 4, fourth and third term is 10 by 7. It is clear from this the ratio of terms to consecutive terms are different. So this list of numbers do not form a GP. Now we will discuss about general term of GP or nth term of GP. As in case of arithmetic progression, the problem of finding the nth term or sum of n terms of a geometric progression containing a large number of terms would be difficult without the use of formulae, which we shall develop in this lecture. we shall use the following notations with these formulae. The notations are: A represents the first term of Gp, R represents the common ratio of Gp, small l represents the last term of Gp, n represents the number of terms in Gp, and Sn represents the sum of first n terms of Gp. Now we understand how to find the general term of Gp. So let us consider a Gp with first non-zero term A and the common ratio R. Write a few terms of this Gp. The second term is obtained by multiplying by the R, because R is the common ratio. So each next term of this list of numbers is obtained by multiplied by R in its previous term. So if A is the first term of this list of numbers, then second term is A multiplied with R, that is AR. In same manner, the third term is obtained by A2 multiplied by R. So the third term is AR square, and so on. We write below these and few more terms. The first term represented by A1 and will be equal to A, and it is written as A R raised to 1 minus 1. The second term is A2 and is equal to AR, and it is written as AR to the power 2 minus 1. In the same manner, A3 is AR square and it is written as AR 3 minus 1, and so on. Therefore, in general, the pattern suggests that the nth term of Gp is given by An equal to AR to the power n minus 1, because now we will discuss the concept of sum of first n terms of Gp. For this, let the first term of Gp Va and the common ratio Vr. Let us denote the sum of first n terms of Gp by capital Sn. So the Sn equal to A plus AR square, and so on, AR to the power n minus 1, and this equation is denoted by equation 1. Now there are two cases arise. First, when r equal to 1 and when r not equal to 1. First of all, we will discuss when r equal to 1. That means the common ratio of Gp is 1. When the common ratio of Gp is 1, then the equation 1 becomes Sn equal to A plus A plus A, and so on up to n terms, because we need to find the sum of first n terms of Gp. So the Sn is Na. That means the sum of n terms in which each term is equal to A. So the sum of first n terms of Gp when common ratio is 1 will be equal to Na. Now moving forward, when common ratio of Gp is not equal to 1. When r is not equal to 1, there are two cases arise: r is greater than 1 or r is less than 1. From the first equation, we multiplied in equation 1 both sides by r. Then equation 1 becomes r Sn equal to AR plus AR square, and so on, A into r to the power n. Now subtracting equation 2 from equation 1, we get 1 minus r into Sn equal to a minus a into r to the power n, because if we multiplied 1 by r, so first term is ar and cancel from the first term of equation 2. Similarly, so on, only last term remaining. Therefore, Sn equal to a into 1 minus r to the power n upon 1 minus r. Here it is clear 1 minus r, so r is less than 1. So this is the formula valid when r is less than 1, and this is when r is greater than 1. The next topic of today's lecture is geometric mean. So we will discuss about the geometric mean of two numbers. For this, let us consider two numbers a and b which are distinct, and we can insert a number capital G between these two numbers a and b in such a way the numbers a, g, b form a GP. If the numbers a, g, b form a GP, then the number capital G is known as geometric mean of numbers a and b. Since the terms a, g, b form a GP, so the common ratio between them is equal. For this, we have GYA equal to BYG, and after simplification we get G square equal to AB, and this implies G equal to square root of AB. This G equal to square root of AB is known as geometric mean of two numbers A and B. This leads to a generalization of a concept of geometric means of two numbers. Given any two positive numbers a and b, we can insert as many numbers as we like between them to make the resulting sequence or terms form a GP. Now generalize the concept of geometric mean between two distinct numbers a and b. For this, let m1, m2 and so on mn be n numbers inserted between two numbers a and b in such a way that the list of numbers a, m1, m2 and so on mn, b form a GP. It is clear from the list of numbers there are n plus 2 terms in GP, and b is the n plus 2th term of this GP. And as we know in earlier classes, the nth term of GP is a into r to the power n minus 1. Apply this result, we get v equal to a into r to the power n plus 2 minus 1, and this implies v equal to a into r to the power n plus 1. Now find the value of r, which is the common ratio of this GP. So we get r equal to b by a raised to power 1 upon n plus 1. And as we know, the terms of GP are first term a, second term a into r, third term a into r square, and so on. Therefore m1 is a into r, and substitute the value of r, we get a into b by a raised to 1 by n plus 1. Similarly, m2 is a into r square, so a into b by a to the power 2 by n plus 1, and so on. And mn equal to a r to the power n equal to a into v by a raised to n upon n plus 1, because r is equal to b by a to the power 1 by n plus 1. Therefore, m1, m2 and so on mn are n geometric mean inserted between two positive real numbers a and b. Now, the last topic of today's lecture is relationship between AM and GM. So, we will discuss about AM and GM. For this, let capital A and capital G be the arithmetic mean and geometric mean of two given positive real numbers a and b. As we know about the arithmetic mean in the previous lecture, so a equal to a plus b by 2 and g equal to square root of ab. Now we need to establish a relationship between a and g. For this, we have a minus g equal to a plus b by 2 minus square root of ab, and simplify we get a minus g equal to root a minus root b whole power 2 upon 2, and it is clear from this is the whole square, and whole square of a number is never negative if the number is real. So we can say a minus g is greater or equal to 0. Therefore, the relation between AM and GM is arithmetic mean is always greater or equal to geometric mean. Now, we will discuss arithmetic mean, geometric mean with the help of some examples. The example 1 is, if arithmetic mean and geometric mean of two positive numbers a and b are 10 and 8 respectively, find the numbers. In the given problem, given that a arithmetic mean which is a plus b by 2 of two numbers a and b, given that 10, so we write here 10, and geometric mean of two numbers a and b is given by 8 and denoted by equation 2. From equation 1 and equation 2, we write a plus b equal to 20 and ab equal to 64, and these two equations denoted by 3 and 4. From the equation 3 and 4, we get a minus b equal to plus minus 12. Now, solve the equation 3 and 5, we get a equal to 4, b equal to 16, or a equal to 16 and b equal to 4. Therefore, the numbers are either 4 and 16 or 16 and 4, whose arithmetic mean is 10 and geometric mean is 8. Let us discuss one more example. And example is, the sum of first three terms of GP is 13 by 12 and their product is minus 1. Find the common ratio. For this, let us consider the first three terms of GP are a by r, comma a, comma a into r. According to the problem, the sum of first three terms of GP is 13 by 12. So the sum of these three terms is 13 by 12 and denoted by equation 1. Again, given that the product of these three terms is 1 minus 1. So the product of these three terms, that is a by r into ar, is equal to minus 1 and denoted by the equation 2. From equation 2, it is clear aq equal to minus 1, and this is a quadratic equation, so it has three roots of a. One is real and 2 is complex. We will consider only real roots, so the value of a is minus 1, which is real. Now substituting the value of a in equation 1, we have minus 1 upon r minus 1 minus r equal to 13 by 12, and simplify this, we get a quadratic equation in term of r. Solving this quadratic equation by some methods like Sridharacharya formula or split the middle terms, we get two values of r. One is minus 3 by 4 and other is minus 4 by 3. Summary of today's lecture. In today's lecture, we have learned about the nth term of Gp, which is denoted by An and equal to A into R to the power n minus 1. And then sum of first n terms of Gp when the common ratio is equal to 1, less than 1 and greater than 1. When R is less than 1, the sum of first n terms of Gp is denoted by Sn and equal to A open bracket 1 minus R to the power n bracket close divided by 1 minus R. And when R is greater than 1, then this formula is written as A into R to the power n minus 1 upon R minus 1. Also discussed in today's lecture about the geometric mean between two numbers, and it is denoted by generally capital G and is equal to square root of two numbers A and B. And in the last, the relationship between AM and GM, which is as the arithmetic mean of two numbers is always greater than the geometric mean. In the last, we left to all of you with some questions for practice. There are 4 questions for the practice, and I hope all of you try to solve these 4 questions, and if you feel any problem, then ask me about them. Thank you to all of you.